Hello, Paul again here from EMD Automotive at Caringbah, Sydney. I've got this Porsche 986 that I was doing a lot of work to it, including the IMS bearing. Today I'm just about to put the car in the air. I just wanted to double check the oil level, make sure it is full. Over the years I've been working on Porsches. When I was working at the Porsche factory, factory owned dealership was at actually PCSS in Sydney. I was working there. I was working in Willoughby. But ever since I started my workshop in 2015, I find that one of the best oil to use for 986 manual gearbox, 996 manual gearbox, 997 manual gearbox, and 987 manual gearbox is probably the best oil for smooth gear change. Is this one here. Penrite Pro Gear 75W90. Alright, it is an Australian owned company, and 2.5 liters should be enough for your gearbox. You pretty much just gotta drain it and fill it up until the oil comes out like that. When you see the oil dripping out like this, that's pretty much full. You can just plug it up when you see that, and that's pretty much it. So if you're wondering what kind of oil you want to use, you can use a lot of oil, but I'm just telling you my experience. From my experience, the Penrite Pro Gear 75W90 is probably the best oil for smooth gear changes, for manual gearbox on the 996, 986, 997 model. Alright, I'm ready to go in now. If you're wondering what kind of torque figures for these guys here, these are all 45 Newton meters, 45. Torque figures for the engine mount is 45 here, 45 there, and 45 all around. So all those 4 bolts, every single one is 45. Bottom one there, that one there, this one here, that one there, that one there, and the 2 here, they're 45 Newton meters. And those 2 7mm, the 7mm Allen key here, those 4 are 45 Newton meters as well. Alright, now it's stopped. Now. Just dripping like that. Once you see a little drip, you're pretty much ready to put the plug in. Make sure you put a new seal. This is the old seal. I didn't use a new one because I wanted to double check it, and then I put the new one on. Because once you crush it, you got to change it. Alright, that's pretty much ready to go in. Actually, one more thing I want to mention. If you're doing this kind of work, this is the actual fuel line for your fuel vapor, for your purge solenoid, which sits in there. See that guy there? That's your purge solenoid. It goes here, and it goes there, and goes here. So your purge solenoid line goes to here, between the separator and the intake manifold. So from factory, they just run the hose right under here. But what I do, I put a little bit of a hose. I use red so I know it's something not factory, so it stands out. So I put a bit of rubber around the hose, as you can see, cable tie here, and I use a special plastic glue just on the rubber here and on this side here to stop the rubber from sliding forward. It's only plastic, so what it does, it protects the actual plastic hose from rubbing on the fuel lines here. So because they're really up against it, so I do it all the time. So if you want to do that, it's really good for your fuel vapor hose, just protection to make sure it doesn't rub on the fuel lines, because the car does shake, you know. Anyway, I'm ready now to install the engine, and then we'll go from there, torque this one up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, sorry I forgot to mention, if you want to torque this one up, it's 25 Newton meters or 30, doesn't matter, but 25 Newton meters to torque this one up. And the oil level, if you want to be very they take about 2.25 liters of oil, so 2.5 liters of oil is enough. It's enough for your Boxster gearbox. And if you want to be more technical, the oil level should be 11 mil below the filler. 11 mil is like about that much, so it's really hard to do that. So just fill it up until it stops dripping, like that, and then pretty much fill it up, because it's really hard to actually gauge 11 mil below this, but that's if you want to be very technical. It should be 11 mil below that, and torque up the filler and the drain to 25 Newton meters or 30. I do them to 30 to make them a bit tighter. It's just my experience. Alright, and that's it. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.